Archangel Michael says, keep breathing like a lighthouse that refuses to dim even when fog presses hard. The breath steadies the hand that signs new agreements with courage. The air in your room changes when you decide again. You are crossing an invisible bridge that only appears under the feet of the faithful. Each step lays down a plank made from truth you have practiced. The bridge will hold because your practice is real. Do not argue with the wind that tries to push you back toward the shore of old habits. Turn your shoulders and let the wind lift behind you as you face forward. You are learning the weather of your destiny. Every morning carries a hidden courtroom where distractions plead their case. They arrive with glamorous exhibits and counterfeit urgency. You become the judge who rules in favor of peace. Rule with a clear gavel that sounds like no. No to performances that erase your soul. No to alliances that demand your silence. Your voice is the passport that proves you belong in the future you envision. Stamp it with decisions that honor your boundaries. Boundaries are not fences against love. They are doors that ensure love enters with respect. Respect yourself by ending the small permissions you give to what drains you. The smallest permission repeats until it becomes a path. Close that path and cut a new one through the field of this day. You have eyes that can read the weather inside people. Trust what your eyes say when they show fatigue after certain conversations. Trust what your eyes say when they brighten near truth. Brightness is the signature of alignment. Alignment is not loud and it is never frantic. It hums like a strong engine beneath a quiet hood. There is a room inside your spirit where you store the names of your promises. Some names glow because you feed them. Some names dim because you avoid them. Feed the dim ones with action that is small and consistent. Give them the dignity of a schedule, the honor of a start time, the love of a finish line. Completion heals parts of you that apology cannot reach. A door will open that used to stay shut. It opens when you carry yourself like the answer instead of the guess. The room behind that door will recognize you on sight. Recognition arrives before applause. It arrives in the calm that meets you when you walk the right hallway. Calm is confirmation without the noise of validation seeking. Let stillness be the teacher that never raises its voice. It teaches you to hear the difference between hunger and craving. Hunger builds and craving burns. Build with the patience that understands seasons. Some seeds do not speak for months while they are building roots. Roots grow by silence and time. You are not losing time when you strengthen your foundation. You are multiplying time by preventing collapse. Collapse costs more than careful beginnings. This is the hour to release the audition for people who cannot seat you anyway. Your seat is reserved by purpose, not by popularity. Sit where your assignment sets you and the right eyes will find you. You will be tempted to explain your change to those who benefit from your hesitation. Save your breath for the work. Your results will become the explanation that kindness alone cannot deliver. Kindness remains the language you speak, even when you speak no. A clear no carries love when it protects what you promised your future. Protect what you promised like a guardian at a sacred gate. Notice how your body relaxes when your choices align with your spirit. The shoulders drop, the jaw softens, the breath deepens. This is the baseline you deserve. Return to that baseline each time chaos knocks. You do not have to invite chaos to dinner just because it arrived with dessert. Serve it a takeaway box and send it away. There is a craft to leaving well. Leaving well does not throw stones. Leaving well collects lessons and leaves the rubble behind. Collect the lessons by naming the pattern that hurt you. Name the moment you ignored yourself. Name the sign you will honor next time. Honoring signs saves you miles. It keeps you from long detours through landscapes that pretend to be necessary. The straight path is not always easy, it is always honest. Honesty is your lever in a heavy world. It moves boulders you once thought permanent. It bends locks that looked welded shut. Watch your nights soften when your days tell the truth early. Early truth prevents late panic. Late panic can no longer rent space in your nervous system. A letter is being written by your actions. That letter travels ahead of you and enters rooms before your feet arrive. Let the letter say reliable, generous, focused. Reliability is elegance in motion. It is not blandness, it is brilliance with a backbone. It keeps pace long after temporary excitement fades. Generosity starts with how you treat your own capacity. Be generous with rest that refuels rather than avoidance that numbs. Be generous with forgiveness that frees you to act again. Focus turns love into architecture. It gives your gift a frame and your calling a front door. People can enter what you build and find shelter there. Shelter does not mean you carry everyone. It means you steward your influence carefully. Stewardship remembers that no is a kindness when yes would be a lie. A quiet revolution is forming around your daily discipline. It will not shout. It will simply deliver outcomes that cannot be argued with. Let the outcome speak while you keep your eyes on the next right block of effort. Blocks combine into walls that stand. Walls combine into a house that blesses generations. You have been called to be a builder whose hands remain clean. Clean hands do not grip grudges. Clean hands lift tools with gratitude and finish the work with humility. Humility keeps the door open for instruction. Instruction arrives through mentors, through mistakes, through moments you would rather forget. Turn those moments into manuals. Write the manual of your life with clarity. Include the chapters on pain and the appendices on recovery. The footnotes will teach someone who thinks they are alone. No one is truly alone while courage still lives. Courage is the friend who stays after everyone leaves. Courage does not shout, it sits beside you and nods toward the next step. Take the next step without pausing for permission from fear. Fear is not your board of directors. Fear is a weather report that you read but do not worship. Your body understands the difference between caution and captivity. Caution keeps you wise, captivity keeps you small. Choose wisdom and grow. Growth will change the furniture of your life. Some chairs must go because they hold postures that no longer fit your spine. Some tables must be bigger because your purpose feeds more people now. The new table will require new recipes. Old formulas that worked in survival do not nourish in abundance. Learn the recipes of peace, mastery, and presence. Peace tastes like unhurried excellence. Mastery tastes like repetition without resentment. Presence tastes like depth instead of breadth. Depth is why your work will last. You will not build a flare that fades, you will build a fire that warms. Flares impress, fires transform. Transformation bends time in your favor. It compresses years of wandering into months of focused progress. It remembers the detours only long enough to honor the lessons. Honor your past by refusing to return to it for identity. Honor your future by meeting it prepared. Honor your present by treating it as the only field where seeds can be planted. Seeds cherish attention. Water them with steady practice, not extreme sprints followed by collapse. Consistency is water with memory. Memory is becoming your ally again. It will remind you of victories when the next wave tries to speak failure. It will pull files on resilience faster than panic can find files on defeat. Defeat loses to the rhythm of getting up. You have a rhythm now. It sounds like footsteps that refuse to stop. Refusal is sacred when it targets despair. Refuse to trade wonder for cynicism. Refuse to trade integrity for speed. Speed without direction scatters your strength. Direction without speed starves the momentum. You are learning the art of pace. Your pace will look unusual to those who measure worth by noise. Keep your unusual pace. It is tuned to a frequency that calls the right doors open. Doors answer the knock of preparation. You are knocking with the weight of real readiness. Readiness writes its name on your posture and your calendar. The calendar becomes a covenant when your time keeps promises to your calling. Guard the hours where your hands meet your assignment. Guard them like sacred appointments. Sacred appointments shift the atmosphere around your name. People begin to associate you with clarity and delivery. Clarity and delivery make trust grow. Trust gathers resources without shouting for them. Trust draws partners who do not ask you to shrink. Trust cancels the audition and starts the collaboration. Collaboration expands your reach without diluting your essence. You remain yourself while adding strength. Addition without erosion is the right math. Let your math include rest as a strategic investment. Rest will sharpen your blade and sweeten your tone. Rest keeps love audible in your work. Audible love makes your craft feel like a homecoming for those who experience it. They feel seen without spectacle. They feel safe without sedation. Safety empowers honesty. People tell you the truth when they feel safe. Truth accelerates solutions. Solutions turn valleys into pathways. You will not avoid valleys entirely. You will walk them with light that follows your feet. Light follows decision more than desire. Desire dreams and decision builds. You will be known by both, but honored by decision. Honor grows when you keep showing up after the applause fades. It grows when you do excellent work even when no one is watching. It grows when you own your mistakes and repair with speed. Repair with speed by naming what went wrong and acting on the fix. Do not drown in analysis that postpones action. Learn, adjust, move. Movement welcomes mercy. Mercy meets you on the road, not on the couch of avoidance. Mercy lifts what shame tries to pin down. Shame will not run your house anymore. Replace it with accountability that tells the truth with tenderness. Tenderness strengthens more than harshness ever did. Strength will feel different now. It will feel like softness in the heart and steel in the spine. It will feel like a face that does not flinch. You are ready to carry opportunities that once felt too heavy. You are ready because you stopped negotiating with your own light. You are ready because your roots have caught up to your branches. Branches will hold fruit that feeds those assigned to your life. Do not hoard the fruit. Share it while planting more trees. Plant more trees by teaching what you wish you had learned earlier. Teach with stories and steps. Teach with patience and proof. Proof is walking beside you now in the quieter mind and steadier hands. Proof is the room you can sit in without needing to run. Proof is the feeling that you do not need to explain yourself to your old fears. Old fears still visit, but they no longer own a key. They knock and you wave without inviting them in. This is progress you can measure. Measure progress by presence more than by trophies. Trophies dust, presence heals. Presence cannot be faked for long. Your presence will shift conversations, projects, and families. It will move like clear water through a crowded place. It will find its level without effort. This is how alignment looks when practiced for real. It does not strain to prove. It simply stands and serves. Stand and serve from this new center. Keep your feet under your shoulders and your gaze on the horizon. Keep your heart open and your yes selective. Selective yes keeps your gift from dilution. Selective yes invites excellence to breathe. Excellence is your quiet companion now. It will walk with you into rooms where you once shrank. It will remind you to fill your space without apology. It will guide your hands to do the work with grace. Grace holds the edge without cutting. It lifts the standard without contempt. It leads without noise. Carry this and move into your day. Let your steps announce nothing and accomplish much. Let your life become the evidence that obedience and courage create beauty. When you rest tonight, rest as someone who honored the warning and planned in a way that protects your power. Protect your power by giving it a place and giving it a time. Power without a schedule leaks into everything and fills nothing. You will keep a short list that carries long impact. 3 priorities, 1 hour each, and a small act of kindness that leaves the room better than you found it. This is a shape your spirit understands. When doubt tries to rearrange your calendar, let conviction hold the pen. Conviction writes in firm lines that do not smudge. You are learning to keep the ink from running. Ink that runs comes from promises you make when you are tired. Do not make contracts with exhaustion. Make contracts with clarity and rest. Rest is not the absence of effort, it is the rhythm that makes effort sing. Rhythms rescue you from extremes that break your voice. Protect your voice because you will need it for the rooms ahead. The rooms ahead are not rooms of performance, they are rooms of presence. Presence changes outcomes without theatrics. It carries a gravity that makes noise step aside. Carry that gravity by loving what is yours to do. Love is a discipline more than a mood. It shows up on time even when emotions come late. Show up and the door opens. Show up again and the floor strengthens. Show up a third time and the ceiling lifts. Ceilings lift for those who treat repetition as devotion. Devotion turns ordinary days into sacred corridors. Walk the corridor with shoulders level and eyes soft. Your eyes will learn to bless the work while it is unfinished. Blessing what is unfinished keeps bitterness from moving in. Bitterness steals energy faster than any task. You will eat with intention so your body can carry your calling. Food is fuel, but it is also covenant with your future stamina. Choose what helps you walk farther without self-punishment or pride. Hydrate your voice and your vision. Water keeps thoughts from grinding. Hydrated minds hear instructions faster. You will forgive people who cannot see your path because it is not their assignment to understand it. Understanding is a gift, not a gate. Let your gate be obedience, not approval. Approval has a leash and it pulls you in circles. Obedience has a compass and it points you forward. Follow the compass when the leash feels familiar. Familiar is not always faithful. Some familiar patterns were your scent because you lived in them too long. Leave them like a house you outgrew. When you leave, close the door gently. Gentleness is strength that chooses its tone. It prevents new scars while old ones heal. Healing becomes sturdy when you stop rehearsing harm. Rehearsals keep pain on stage after the show is over. Let the curtain fall and sweep the floor. Sweeping looks like clearing your timeline of voices that drain your courage. It looks like unsubscribing from urgency that is not yours. It looks like letting silence stretch without rushing to fill it. Silence will introduce you to the next instructions that talk in a whisper. Whispers are not shy, they are precise. Precision prefers quiet rooms. Make a quiet room inside yourself even in loud places. This is a skill and a shield. It lets you hear the signal under the static. Signals come as nudges and as no's. Respect both. A wise no is a bridge you do not burn. If you must step away from a table, leave a blessing behind you. Leaving a blessing does not mean you return. It means you travel light and sleep well. Sleep will become your ally when you end arguments with yourself. Arguments inside create noise outside. Peace inside writes a new sound into your days. Write that sound into your steps by moving in clean lines. Clean lines are boundaries that do not apologize for existing. They let trust grow roots. Trust will become a currency you do not spend carelessly. You will invest it in people who invest back in honesty and growth. You will watch it multiply in shared wins. Shared wins do not dilute your shine. They reflect it. Reflection helps you see angles you cannot see alone. You will learn to pause before you choose, and to choose before the world chooses for you. Pauses are not delays when they are deliberate. They are power checks for your soul. Power checks keep you from giving your day to distractions that feel like duties. Some duties are disguises for avoidance. Remove the disguise by asking what moves the mission. The mission is not a slogan, it is a sequence of aligned actions. It is your gift serving a real need with real excellence. It is the imprint of your obedience on the world. Excellence is not obsessing over perfection, it is honoring the work with care and clarity. Care looks like craft sharpened over time. Clarity looks like decisions that stay made. Keep your decisions made until strong information or strong conviction invites a change. Do not let moods unmake what wisdom built. Moods pass, structures remain. Structures that remain should be revisited, not worshipped. Review with humility. Adjust with courage. Courage will not always feel like a roar. Sometimes it feels like a steady spine while your hands shake a little. Shaking does not cancel strength. Strength is quiet most days. It stacks small bricks and looks ordinary to the untrained eye. Then one afternoon the wall is there and the wind cannot move it. You are building a wall that protects your purpose without separating you from love. Protection without isolation. access without exploitation. To hold both, you will practice the sentence, "I need a moment." This sentence saves missteps. It buys time for wisdom to arrive. Wisdom arrives when you keep appointments with silence, with study, and with service. Study fills your mind, silence clears it, service applies it. This triangle steadies your days. Steady days make storms less dramatic. A storm still rains, but it does not redefine you. You become the person who holds the umbrella and the plan. The plan includes a rescue list for harder moments. 3 names you can call, 3 practices that calm you, 3 promises you repeat. Keep the list in your pocket and in your phone. Promises you repeat should be promises you can measure. I show up. I finish what I start. I refuse to betray my peace. These are oaths that turn emotion into motion. Motion prefers simple instructions. Next email, next page, next call, next set. Simplicity beats overwhelm every time. Overwhelm evaporates when you lower the ceiling of the present. Handle the meter in front of you instead of the mile you cannot touch yet. Meter by meter becomes miles under your feet. Under your feet is the place where you confirm who you are. Your feet know the weight of alignment. They relax when your yes is real. Real yes requires real no. You will say no to shortcuts that sell today's ease for tomorrow's chaos. You will say no to flattery that tries to hire your gift for the wrong job. Jobs that are wrong for you pay in anxiety. Jobs that are right for you pay in peace first and provision next. Take payment in that order and you will not feel starved. Starvation ends when you feed your deepest values. Feed them with time, attention, and action that cost you comfort but buy you freedom. Freedom is the wealth your soul recognizes. Recognize how your room feels different when you decide to honor your path. Air loosens. Light finds edges that were hiding. Edges are where you will focus now because edges define shape. Without edges, lives blur into obligations that look like love. With edges, love chooses you and the work breathes. Breathing becomes easy when you stop writing scenes for people who will not read them. Write the scene you are living. Let those who are meant to join find you by its light. Light does not chase, it shines. It is found because it is faithful, not frantic. Be found by being faithful. Faithfulness does not mean sameness, it means presence. It means you keep showing up honestly as you grow.